Good evening everyone. Well, the last month's fled by and I managed to obviously go and meet Paul Waller and have the master tapes in my hand. This is actually a picture of Andy Soiker with the master tapes in his hands, and here am I with Paul with exactly the same master tapes. Now, somebody I worked with said to me, what's the big deal in all of that? And the only way I could describe it is if you were a train spotter and the Flying Scotsman pulled into the station that you were standing at and the driver said, do you want to come aboard? To me, that's about the same as having those master tapes in my hand. What you've got to remember is when Mike, Boone, Phil, Mark, probably Leroy and Wally actually went into the studios and recorded that album, which obviously was called Strategy by Andy, but we know it as the early tapes. There's no way they realised at that time how sort of significant and how well that album was going to do. And here it is, still circulating. I got to hear the thing firsthand, and I must admit Paul even gave me a CD that was burned directly from the master tapes. Which is in my car, and I basically listen to it pretty much every day. Now, other than going to see Paul, I think a few of you are aware that I went to see Shack Attack in Maidstone, and hopefully you've all seen where the lady falls on the stage. I managed to meet all of the guys from Shack Attack, and they signed that. And then last Friday I also went to see George, who is their bass guitarist. He's got his own band called the George Anderson Band, and again managed to talk to him. So this is their set list from that night. Now on the new album, basically there's a couple. I have already posted G-Funk, which hopefully, again, I know some of you like that. I've got Don't Waste My Time. Oh yeah, Back in the Day. Now that's a good track as well. And lastly, he was influenced by George Duke. And Brazilian Love Affair is another one that I will post on the Wednesdays. I think again the photo. Yeah, that's me with this is Raymond Pursued, who's another Level 42 fan. As I said, we went together to see them. Now, when I first started doing these posts, which is a year and a half ago now, I didn't realise what was going to happen. And the other day I passed 100,000 views. Now I know obviously on YouTube there's certain things that people, I mean I've seen people opening football packets of cards and getting like 2 million people watching them. But the fact 100,000 people have seen me do my little clips and the stuff that I put on, I thank you all very, very much. I've really enjoyed doing it. I must admit there's another fan that I've met a couple of times called Keith Riley. He posted saying, how long did it take you to watch 99,000 views yourself, Julian? Which I found quite amusing. And that's it for today's clip, short and sweet. But as I said, managed to see and listen to the master tapes. Obviously got to see Shack Attack, been to see George Anderson as well. I am going to see the boys at the Rewind Festival in August. So I will be able to post, certainly in August, hopefully some more live tracks for you. Have a good month, and I'll see you in a month's time. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye.